What it do, fool? What it is, kid? What it was, cuz? How it BG? What is the scene? Kings and queens. It is T with 2 E's.
And Legendary Max.
And this is the Level Up EXP podcast where we talk everything Houston high school football.
Yes,
Maxwell.
sir. We're back. Yes, sir.
Back in that action.
Yes, we are here for season 3, even though I don't think we really ended season 2.
We really didn't, but that is not really a fault of our own. There's
Yes.
a lot of complications, a lot of technicalities.
Yes.
But
as you can see, you can't see
you can't see.
everybody.
You can't see, but that's okay. You can hear our beautiful voices, and it's still gonna be the same thing, man. Talking high school football, and we saw. I want to say it was a great game. I mean, it was a good game for us.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. For
I
sure.
definitely enjoyed.
the results,
the
but
butt whooping. That's all.
But definitely it wasn't like a super high scoring game or anything. But Maxwell, what game did we see?
We went to the St. John versus St. Thomas game on Friday nights.
We usually last year. I coached at Lutheran South Academy, which they actually got a dub too. They won 31. That was a good start to the year. And a couple of my guys who weren't starting or, had potential, they're showing out. So I'm happy. Anyways, they got a dub.
Houston Christian. Trey, your school sucks. Anyway.
Remember he argued with us?
Talking about they could have beat us, RC.
Listen to me. Our homeboy was arguing with us. He went to Houston Christian Academy, went to St. Pius, the 10th. He was arguing with us that his team was better, and we looked up their record. They were like 5-5, 6-4. Like I was like, bro, what the heck are we talking about?
Average team at best.
At best. He was like, it's about the matchups. I'm like, brother, shut up.
Like, y'all lost and beat like mediocre schools.
You beat nobody. We're actually whooping on teams for real.
Facts.
That's funny. Anyways, back to the situation. Last year, St. John's, specifically Cole Allen, they had a receiver that was cold. Stomped us in the dirt. So I came in this game really thinking.
What do you say after the game?
This guy, I love Cole. I genuinely do. He's committed to Harvard,
good
so that's really good for him. Little punk. I was like, you ain't had to do us like that, Cole. And this fool was like, you know how I do. I'm like, Cole, shut up. Shut your trap. I hate you. I cannot believe you. And like he was so serious with it. You know how I do. I'm like, man, shut up. But that was the most emotional and angry like our coaches were at halftime. They were pissed because I don't think they were doing anything super great.
Right.
And we had chances to make plays and they were making them. We weren't. So it was like little bit of stuff. Anyways, they dog walked us. So I went to this game Friday, either do I want Thomas to win because St. John did us dirty, or is it FTH
all the way,
and I wanted St. John to win. And as the score was going on, and Cole specifically kept scoring, I was like, yeah, this is right. FTH, and it will forever be FTH. Touchdowns. So usually we do standout players, but who is the one standout player for you, Max?
It's Cole Allen. Like Cole Allen's been a dog since his freshman year. We went.
Yep.
I remember we went to that game. We went to that game because of our former coach. He was coaching at Fort Bend Christian. Yeah. So I'm all right. It was St. John's close by my house. I'm like, I'll go check out the game. And I got there and I was not really paying attention to our coach's team. I was paying attention to St. John. Yeah. And I was like, who's this guy? And then everyone screaming, he's a freshman. I'm like, dang. Ever since.
Absolutely. And we had to get him on it. He's been on every year with us, and he's a cool kid.
Definitely really get him on later this season.
Awesome. Definitely. 1,000%. Definitely cool.
I'm very glad he's going to Harvard. He could go to probably any D1 school he wants to, but he chose Harvard to give himself a better opportunity in life and a better future. And he's definitely got the grades and smarts for it. So I'm definitely impressed with that.
For sure. I personally want to see him at a bigger school,
Same.
More competitive. Same. But nonetheless, though, that's a huge. Harvard is not easy to get into.
Facts.
So.
He might dabble some lacrosse,
Yes, he does. He does play lacrosse, which lacrosse looks fun. I wanted to play. I wanted to try, but that was going on.
Well, we decided to play rugby,
the
real man sport.
That's a real man sport.
We weren't good. But, it's okay.
Lost on and off the on and off the field. It was bad. But actually, though, on a serious note, another pretty good player. I think he has potential. Another standout for me on Thomas' team was number 2, Derek Stevenson. He's a junior. He wasn't the fastest. I didn't think his speed was elite or nothing, but he had really good hands, and he was a very good contested catch receiver. And I enjoyed him. I think he has, and he just transferred into Thomas. So I think another year, getting bigger, stronger, faster. He'll definitely be a name to remember moving forward.
Definitely solid.
But yeah, man, football is back.
Yes. But before we get to the end of the game,
happy.
towards the end of the game, it was like the final score was like 34-14. It was like 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter, and Cole just scored. And for some reason, they decided to kick an onside kick, and then they got it. I was like, wow. I don't even like St. Thomas like that, but y'all did not need to disrespect them.
That was so unnecessary. I like to believe that they were just trying to end the game and get the ball.
Thanks.
But at the same time, you ain't had to do that.
I talked to Cole after the game. He was like, I didn't even know we were doing that. And it just worked. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, I think there was some type of personal beef. Like, he wanted to hurt St. Thomas, which, hey, more power to you, coach.
Facts. Yeah, no, FTH. And then, like, 30 seconds later, Cole Allen, like, finally got subbed out the game because the work was done. And the whole crowd just started, like, clapping and cheering and applauding.
Like, it's his last game at St. John. This is the first of the season.
Yes,
and
first
they're
of the
still
season.
applauding this man.
Facts.
But
that man is the king of St. John.
Since freshman year, he's been a dog.
I know the coach is going to be sad next year when they don't have him.
Bro. I'm so intrigued. Literally, they didn't throw a touchdown. It was all Cole, all running. I am genuinely curious to see what they're gonna do next year.
Facts.
Because what are you gonna do without Cole? And I'm sure they'll adapt, but man, that's gonna be crazy. That's gonna be crazy. But bro,
it's been a couple months since we had our last podcast section. Terrell, how you been?
I'm good. Life is lifing. My daughter is a year and about 7 months. I'm guessing.
5.
Still, no.
Yeah, March, August.
Yes, I'm sorry. A year and 5 months, and I'm loving fatherhood, enjoying it. Can't wait to go back home.
That's not what you told me.
And be with my friends. Shut up. Well, here's the problem: is that nobody can see you, so they're gonna believe you, and I don't need that in my life. Love you, baby. Love my girls. You're not gonna set me up for failure.
I love Taven. You're doing a really good job at being a dad, Terrell. I will admit that.
And you, Maxwell, are doing a great job at coaching.
I appreciate that.
What are you doing? What are you up to, though?
I am now currently coaching flag football at this new school I'm working at as a PE coach. I am now the new flag football coach.
And I'll be out there every now and again to help out. And
we're going to give him a permanent job, though, there soon.
Well, I'll tell you what. The way it's going on 3 weeks.
Yeah, it's Labor Day. And
they're
school's been going on for 2 weeks.
What are you doing for Labor Day?
Chilling. I'm playing some Blacksmith Wukong, you know. That's a great game.
I hear that game is goated.
It is.
I hear it's really good.
And so on Wukong's go, he'll beat Kratos. But
now, see, I was just about to ask you that. So there's this running, not theory. There's this debate. What's his name? Wukong. Sun Wukong. Who, for those who don't know, Goku in Dragon Ball Z is based off of him. So he's like mad powerful. Like mad powerful. And actually, I learned more about some of his powers. He is really a dog. He really is. But
some say he would beat
Kratos.
Some even say he beat Goku.
He'll beat Goku. He'll wash Goku.
So So wait. Okay. I'm gonna let you say what you gotta say.
I think he would annihilate all of them in Dragon Ball Z.
Okay.
I think it's a toss-up. If we're talking pure fisticuffs, power base, yes, he's gonna win. But pure fisticuffs, I do think Kratos can beat him.
I mean, he's immortal too.
He done some stuff though. Kratos is a fighter.
And no, Kratos is a dog. Don't get me wrong, but he's
god of war.
Wukong is an immortal though. Like, unless he gets some kind of I think I said this. If Kratos got like prep time and like time in like Wukong's myth. And maybe found a way to like deal with his immortality. I think there could be a conversation, or he could maybe beat his immortality some way. I mean, it's Kratos. Like I could, if anyone could do it, I think he could. But like,
I don't think Dragon Ball Z. I don't think Goku can.
I agree. Wukong would whoop. I seen a video recently, and Wukong.
What I did know about Sun Wukong, so he can have multiple copies of himself that are all equally as strong equally as smart.
Yes.
That is dangerous.
That is very dangerous.
And then apparently his staff is like thousands of pounds.
Heavy.
It's super heavy. Like
super heavy.
That's
the way he be swinging around look like it weighs
that
like a
is
toothpick.
crazy. Which I would say if he's or y'all, whoever the players are, losing to people with all of that, then those must be some like real serious competition.
The bosses, man.
It must be real true.
Maybe
but,
quit the game for a bit. But
that's funny.
But another versus matchup that I found interesting this past weekend that I would like to talk about is there's a game this weekend, Terrell, on Saturday versus two HBCU teams that in the area. Do you know what happened?
I know that
Do you know what happened?
my dear Panthers, the
PV
Prairie View
Panthers.
A&M Panthers.
Got mauled out by the Tigers, baby. TSU beat PV 27-9.
Bro.
Was that one touchdown and like they missed an extra point, scored a field goal, or they only kicked 3 field goals?
We scored, you loser. Listen to me.
So you missed the extra point? That's
you know,
even worse.
You know, when you're a team that has consistently whooped on a team, consistently.
Right.
It was, I think, 7 or 8 years up until this year.
Okay.
You don't. This rivalry, is it really a rivalry? Like we like it's just another game for PV. As for y'all, it's like your Super Bowl. Right. My brother and my dad actually were celebrating. They were in the house and they were all, PV sucks and da 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 da. And it was like they were like going crazy singing a TSU fight song and crap. And Terrence literally said, I have a twin brother for those who don't know. He literally, well, not literally, I'm paraphrasing, but he said if your head coach loses the rest of the year, it doesn't matter because they beat PV. He's automatically like, you build him a statue.
That's like if a new coach came in and they beat Thomas.
Yes. No, because there's a standard. If you're going off of that for SPX, there's a standard. We're trying to get a championship. Yes, it's great to win.
Yes.
Now, don't get me wrong, it's hype or whatever, but you have a goal. You losers. You Southern slumps are just happy to even be there to exist and happy to get the dub.
We stomped. It's not like we beat y'all. We stomped y'all.
Again, this has happened in the past for us. This is nothing. It's an L. Yes. Celebrate. Have your moment. It's not going to be like that next year or moving forward.
Sure.
Okay. But with that being said, Lord have mercy, that's a bad look on us. And if we lose to TSU, not just lose, if we do get whooped to TSU, this season's going to be a long season.
So I would like to see what the season's going to look like for both teams.
Do not. Y'all are probably not going to win another game.
It's a turning of the tide.
No, that's the problem. It's not. That's why I want to set that up. No, it's not. You had one good game for one good year. That doesn't mean it's moving forward.
We'll see next week and the week after that. We'll see.
I mean against PV. I mean PV and TSU. Like you had one good game. Next year it'd be different.
We're gonna beat y'all again next year too.
Bro.
It's gonna be a continuous tradition now. We're just gonna stomp PV every single year.
All I'm gonna say is that you see how calm and cool and collected I am. Once we win next year, I'm also gonna be calm, cool, and collected and just be like, I told you so. But I'm not gonna we're the greatest
I mean,
ever.
you did that last year when y'all had that unlucky comeback.
We had a comeback, though. That was crazy. Yeah, y'all was supposed to win. We had a comeback. Yeah, you can celebrate that. But just in general, like, it was just in the game. Like, it's TSU, you know. As far as y'all, it's like, oh, it's PV. Like, this is our Super Bowl. Nah, not for PV. Not for PV. But anyways.
But that was a very fun, unexpected win. Some other unexpected games from this week in high school football. You know, it's a new year.
Facts.
A lot of people lose a lot of talent from seniors.
Facts.
There's some great seniors last year in Houston high school football.
Absolutely.
And one team I want to go over lost a lot of firepower. I want to talk about Cy-Fair. Cy-Fair had a game this weekend against Klein Cain. Now, Terrell, Klein Cain's, it's a decent average school. If realistically, what do you think the score between those two teams will be?
The way you're setting it up, it sounds like a lot, but there's no way it's more than 2 touchdowns. It might be like an upset, but like it can't be more than 2 touchdowns.
So Klein Cain scored 57 points, and Cy-Fair scored 7.
Oh.
They got demolished.
Bro, oh, man. That's bad.
Yes, it is bad.
That is bad.
I mean, yeah, losing Trey Owens is definitely a big hit.
Yeah, but even he hyped up the new quarterback. Like
he did.
I'm sure, yeah, you're supposed to. You're senior leaving. Like, okay, but I don't know. He was confident.
He was confident.
This guy was going to be the guy. And I mean, it's the first game. Maybe he can be, but that is not a good start.
Speaking of Trey Owens, Texas had a game this weekend, and I was very disappointed that he did not get any playtime. They won like 52-0.
Yeah, he should have got in.
And I get it, it's Arch Manning, get him some playtime, the Manning family. But you could have got Trey Owens like 5 minutes worth of playing time.
Like literally, the last 2-3 drives you could have put Trey in.
Facts, but
it is what it is. But nah,
what it is.
I genuinely feel like it. Depending on, I believe this is Quinn Ewing's last year. I think he's going to go to the league. Mm-hmm. Depending on how he does, I think he'll do well enough. So, yeah, he'll go to the league next year. It's Archie's team. It's Archie's position to lose. Now the problem is, I can see Archie being there 3 years, 4 if you just feel like maybe that senior year or junior year wasn't great. It's no fault to Trey. I don't really see him getting that much PT until he might transfer or injury, right. Which I don't, I'd rather he just straight up beat out anybody in front of him instead of injuries.
No, I agree.
But I will say,
but it's like it's Archie.
I can see him. Yeah, like. I can see him transferring, but transferring to get that opportunity before like staying at Texas. But nonetheless, He's a good, like, first of all, that's a good quarterback room in general. If Trey is your
I think he was the best quarterback last season. I'll argue that.
You think Trey Owens was the best quarterback last season?
I'll argue that, yeah.
You can't be talking statistically. You have to be talking just pure quarterback mechanics.
Yes.
I mean, there's some dogs out there, bro.
I think he was the best.
PJ Hatter was really good.
I think he was the best thrower, the best passer.
Best passer?
I think he was the best passer. I would die on that hill.
I don't know. Klein Collins. I can't think his name. They had
TJ.
No.
Tucker.
Tucker Parks. Tucker Parks.
Oh, Tucker Parks.
Who's
right.
TJ?
Anyways, I don't know. Maybe because you said PJ, I got confused. Yeah, Tucker Parks
is
Tucker was cool too.
When it comes to I can see your argument truly. I can listen to that argument. But when it just comes to just throwing, I do think Tucker.
Because we have some associates. I'm not gonna name their names. They're also trying to argue me that Tucker Parks was better than Trey Owens, and from what I've seen, I don't think so, personally.
Don't get me wrong. They're both
Tucker
dogs.
Parks is like close. Like, we didn't make our money list last year. We had some difficulties, but I think I probably put like Trey at $5 and Tucker like at $4.
Yeah, I can listen to that argument. I can listen to that because I think Trey. I think he had more escapability. I think he could make more plays, but just straight clean pockets, standing up and throwing.
That man was bold.
He was bold. I don't know. I think Tucker might have had it. But, good luck to them in the future, and we'll see what they got going. I hope they get on the field sooner or later, for sure.
Speaking of another upset, we got Lamar versus Atascocita. Me and Terrell saw this game last year, and NRG. Very long day. Very, very long day. It was a very competitive game. I remember the first half, no one scored, even though they both had, like, pretty good offenses. No one scored. And at the end, Atascocita did win that game. So, even though Lamar lost his talent, Atascocita also lost his talent. They lost Zion Brown, Kieran Lee, some other names. So I'm thinking maybe they both lost an equal amount of talent. Maybe a pretty even game. That was not the case. It was 35-7 at Atascocita.
Wow. I know that there is a level of competition gap, but I did think that they were a better team than that. That's a good score.
I mean, bro, Atascocita has Torrey Blaylock and Carday Mack. Carday scored like 3 touchdowns.
As he should.
Yes.
Listen to me now. Atascocita community. Y'all are making the best decision you could. I understand that this quarterback that they have now is a sophomore.
Yes.
But the best decision you could have made was keeping Carday Mack at running back.
Factual.
I was watching back over some of his highlights, and the way he runs a football, quarterbacks don't run like that. And I mean that, like, they can be elusive. They, especially when they have space and openings, they can make some people miss, and they can run tough. But the way Carday Mack was running, the burst, the cuts, the contact balance, he would have been an athlete that plays quarterback and not a quarterback who is an athlete. And like I said, I know the quarterback now is a sophomore. He's going to struggle. Like you said, they didn't score.
His name's Isaiah Rashid. He's a sophomore.
Yeah.
All the touchdowns were rushing touchdowns. Like Carday scored 3, Torrey scored 1, and Isaiah rushed 1 himself, like towards him. But none of them were reception touchdowns,
facts.
Which is
so he's gonna have some struggling. Yeah, he's gonna have some struggles, and it's going when it gets to them shootouts, and you can't, or when it gets slippery and rain, and you can't run the ball like that. He's gonna have to rely on his arm. So it will be some growing pains. But with those two in the backfield, Torrey and Carday, like, magic can happen. Them dudes are clutch playmakers, and then their defense is they're okay. I think if they step up, they're gonna have a good chance to like be very competitive this year. They won't be that team, next door, but they'll still be very competitive.
What's that team next door?
North Shore.
North Shore, yes. Speaking of North Shore,
You know what that is.
they played South Oak Cliff, and both North Shore and South Oak Cliff were both runner-ups last year in the state championships. Again, we weren't here to talk about that, unfortunately. But North Shore and South Oak Cliff decided to travel to receive a butt whooping by North Shore by losing 38-0. Damn.
Yeah, something about like they traveled to lose. That just made me laugh. No, that was bad. That was bad.
And I was telling Terrell, like, that's different competition. Like, sure, they're the top of like 5A, but like this is North Shore, the second best in 6A.
You think the coaches, like the Dallas coaches, when they drove back home, like, hey, this is how you're gonna beat them. Like, it'd be funny if he's like, yeah, but you didn't show that at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hear you, but you're not like, how am I supposed to believe you? Y'all got dog walked. It'd be if it was competitive, then you'd be like, hey man, what did y'all do to stay with North Shore? Nah. Anything that they tell you, you're probably throwing out the window.
Yes.
And like, bro, y'all didn't even really compete.
North Shore has a new key addition this season. You know who that is, Terrell?
Oh yeah, bro. We saw. Well, I showed you on Twitter, Cornell X Jr.
Yes, sir. Yes,
He
sir.
transferred from the Woodlands, which it makes sense with Mabry leaving. It makes sense, and he went to North Shore. It's high school championship or bust. Honestly, if they're anything less or if they lose, it's a failure. Like and I love Atascocita. Summer Creek's not in the division, but they're in the division. But I mean, I love Summer Creek. I love these teams. Mm-hmm. They're competitive, but like this year, and I will say, I think in general, high school football, I think this year there is a chance it could be like a changing of the guards with a lot of teams losing talent. Mm-hmm. North Shore is not one of them.
No,
they're going to be at the top.
Next year will be though.
Yeah, next year they're going to lose a lot. Whew. That's going to be interesting. That North Shore Atascocita matchup next year will be much better than I think this year. This year,
because Caleb Blair has been like showing out since his freshman year. Unfortunately, he got hurt like midway through his sophomore year and didn't get to really finish it out. But he's been a dog since freshman year.
Definitely.
Ever since I saw him at the championship game against Duncanville.
Yep, and they got the number one corner in the nation.
Devin. Yeah, they're gonna be losing him too. God bless. Yeah, that.
Got the number one
yeah,
corner,
next year.
Top receiver.
They're not gonna struggle, but they're definitely gonna have to go back to the drawing board.
And if that already wasn't motivation, I feel like they're even extra motivated with. And it's not obviously it's not a good thing. Like you don't want this to happen to anybody, but with the passing of Jarvon Cole,
RB man, that was a very sad day.
That absolutely sucked because he was just a cool kid.
Facts.
That was scholarship, about to go to college, senseless violence, wrong place, wrong time, and it really sucks. We as a community, we as Houstonians have to do better.
Facts.
Because in the grand scheme of things, he was still a kid, and he had his whole life to live, and it's just gone. Prayers up to the Cole family, and we do plan on kind of having them on and talking to them later on in the season.
Yeah, R.I.P. to them, man.
Yeah, that absolutely,
that broke my heart, man. I was just like,
it sucked, bro.
I wish we had him on like last season. We could talk to him more and
definitely
stuff. And back to football, but speaking of other teams that are pretty good or haven't been as good as they were lately, is Katy. The Katy Tigers.
These are facts.
The Katy Tigers played against the Dickinson Gators and struggled against them. It was 41-37. They did win, but it was a dogfight. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure how Katy's gonna look this season. Honestly,
I will say I do think Dickinson is kind of like, for me, it's kind of like Summer Creek where they are competitive. Yeah, they're usually competitive and usually hard-fought games. But not like this, like that. Katy.
I also don't really count Dickinson as Houston, but I mean,
I don't either. I don't either. But still, like they play a lot of, they come up 45 and play a lot of these schools. Katy's falling off, and obviously not too bad. Like they're still competitive, but man, they're not like.
I don't think they're in the top 10 right now.
Yeah, I don't think you just look at Katy and think top 10 and think like championship each year. They might have some delusional like fans, right? But
it's like Alabama,
which
right
I think yes, you are correct. I think they have a cult. at Katy. Were you there at that game with me? Did I?
What you got?
It was Katy. Yeah, Katy Atascocita.
Yeah.
But we sat on Katy's side.
Yes, we did.
I felt very uncomfortable. Like something. Just the number of people in the stands that were there for Katy compared to the players on the field. They got a lot of players. It didn't match up.
Right.
Like some of them are genuinely just there because they like Katy or love Katy football. Mm-hmm. It's cult-like behavior. I was uncomfortable. I was like, God, hurry up, get the game over with.
I mean, it's Katy. They've been like the top team for like decades at this point.
I mean, which is fine and damn. But I mean, North Shore has been up there too. I don't feel cult-like atmosphere.
Was North Shore really like that during our time?
Nah. Kind of. I mean, they've always been, like I've said, they've always been competitive, and they always have been pretty stiff.
But like you just always.
But I understand,
know Katy.
like Katy. Yeah, Katy is. I saw a statistic a couple years ago. Like Katy was the school of Texas for a while. That was like 2-3 years ago when I saw that graphic. Like I said, they've kind of fallen off. But we when I say falling off, I mean like falling off for Katy standards.
Yeah, for
like
standards.
Other schools would love to have their record
definitely.
and love to be where they are and be competitive, but come for Katy standards, it's a bit of a knock.
They're
But
not
no, it's
the
still a good team.
Titanical rulers they used to be.
These are facts. They can be beaten. They can be very beaten.
We're going to talk about their game next week in a second. But for next, we're going to talk about Westfield and CE King. Westfield beat CE King 34-28. Pretty close game.
Yeah, man. I think Westfield is another team that kind of lost talent.
Yeah, they lost PJ Hatter.
PJ Hatter, Taji Atkins.
Atkins.
But nonetheless, like they were still a good team.
Did he set like a career high last season?
Yes.
Yeah, it was like
yes, bro. I think he broke some records.
4,000
it was
yards,
clutch, bro. He definitely did his thing. But like overall, that's still a good team, and they should still be competitive. And I have to look more into it. I do think they still have some ranked defensive linemen or offensive linemen.
Yeah,
on them. I think on both sides of the ball. I'll look into that, but they're definitely a pretty good team.
Yes. Speaking of another pretty good team, we have another runner-up, Summer Creek from last season. Ooh, we did not talk about that championship game from last season. That was
it a championship game?
That was something. That was wow. I didn't know they sold tickets.
It was a game, I guess. I put it like this: if it wasn't in Dallas and we were in Houston, I would have left at least after the second quarter. It was bad. That was not a good game.
DeSalvo did not need to do them boys like that.
Absolutely. Honestly, they could have cruised after a while. That was
especially
bad.
that offensive line. Ooh, wow.
It was bad, bro. It was definitely bad.
But new year, new Summer Creek. They definitely lost some talent, but seems like they're still holding out strong. They beat Shadow Creek, similar names, 42-0. That was a shocker. I ain't gonna lie. I was thinking about maybe going to this game because I'm like, that sounds like a pretty good matchup. I did not think it would go.
Yeah, I thought it'd be better. I definitely thought Summer Creek would be better. I'm sorry, not Summer Creek. I thought Shadow Creek would be a little better.
They are similar names.
What'd you say?
I said they do have similar names.
Yeah. but I don't know, man. That wasn't a good showing.
It was not.
No. I mean, it's Westfield, sure, but like that, I think they have potential to be better. They have some playmakers on that team. It just wasn't a good game, and hopefully, they just have a better remainder of the season, and hopefully they step up. But yeah, that wasn't great. That was not great at all.
But yeah, that's it for my games of the week.
Well, there's one more game. I mean, it's not this week, but it's next week. And you had brought up Atascocita.
Yes, I did. I talked about.
You brought up Katy.
For the past 2 seasons, Terrell.
Yes.
Week 2, we always talk about Atascocita versus Katy.
Yes, sir.
It's like a yearly thing. It's like Atascocita versus Katy, and then usually later on in the season, Atascocita versus North Shore. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's talk about Atascocita versus Katy. We always make a little wager, me and you.
Yes, sir.
First year, I won. Second year, you won.
Yep.
Let's repeat this.
Okay.
Even though I was talking best about Katy a little bit, saying they're not what they used to be. But you know what? I'm gonna stick to my bet with Katy, and you're gonna bet with the Atascocita.
Of course.
What would you want?
So, we've kind of talked about this off the air,
and
I did urge you to change your bet, but And I can change mine. I'm a man that can, until we shake on it, I can change my bet.
Okay.
But right now, if Atascocita beats Katy, I would like $200. $200.
I think that's a little much.
You think that's a little much?
I think so.
Tell me what your bet is, and I will explain why I made this decision.
Originally, me and Terrell recently did this thing this year. We're in a fantasy league. And my fantasy draft did not go so well. not the slightest.
Not
My
at
first couple
all.
picks were solid, pretty good. I had who did I pick first? I picked CD Lamb, and I believe the next pick I picked was Derrick Henry. Two solid, really great players in their position.
Facts.
Right. Then I picked up, Patrick Mahomes later on as a quarterback, and I was, doing my thing. The last couple picks though, I kind of drift off and started doing something else, and I think I let all draft take over, and that was the problem.
Facts.
Yeah, I shouldn't have done that. So now I have Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, Aaron Rodgers, and Brock Purdy. 4 quarterbacks. Pretty good quarterbacks at that, but 4 quarterbacks. And if you're not familiar with fantasy, that's not ideal.
That is not ideal, especially for this situation, because CeeDee Lamb is out for the first week.
Yeah, that's not great.
So his 2 backup receivers are Calvin Ridley and Hollywood Brown, or Marquise Brown. Mm-hmm. Well, Marquise Brown is also out for the first week.
And also I have the Ravens defense, and then I also have Patrick Mahomes, my starting quarterback. And
a lot of conflict of interest.
Yes, conflict. So, it's not looking great.
It's not looking great. Then, I'm sorry, because, if for those who know fantasy football, they show you get a matchup. If you have a group, you get a matchup per week, and they have a probability percentage. A lot of us, 48-52, 50-50, 49-51. Max was the only one that had 30-70. And
31-69.
31-69. Then there was another thing that our friend showed us, and it showed kind of like a graph of who's gonna win or whatever. Right now, it's 10 of us. I'm 5th place. They assume. I not assume. They predict me being 5th place. We never know up or down. But Max is dead last. And I'm like, there's just no way that this man's roster is that bad. Because I watched him. We're all doing the draft, and I watched him not watched him physically, but I'm looking at his picks, and he's making picks. So he's active and engaged. There's no way you pick this bad. And then I looked at his roster, and I saw that, and I was like, God bless. His current tight end, did you say his name?
TJ.
TJ Hawkinson. Yeah. He's also out.
Yeah, he's also out.
And then that happens, whatever.
I have no backup tight ends.
And that's the problem. Then you go to his bench, he has no backup tight ends. 4 quarterbacks, no backup tight ends, and a running back who, if he even gets 100 yards this year.
Who he's on about?
He's on a bench. Your backup running back. Give me a nanosecond. Ty Chandler. I don't even think he may get 100 or 200 yards in the entire season. He's not a contributor for the Vikings or anybody. It's not looking great for you. Yes. So your original bet,
I wanted to give you who the best ever, because I don't need some of these players. Mm-hmm. And I wanted Cooper Kupp, and I wanted even though he's also questionable, but he's somewhat better than the tight end I have. I wanted Dallas Goedert.
Yeah. So my thing about that is that out of 10 of us, you're not gonna win. Okay, even if I give you these players outside of a bet, if I just give you players for trade or whatever, you're not gonna win unless Cooper Kupp does historic numbers almost weekly and be the first receiver
I can get some other trades.
But everybody else pick the quarterbacks they want. Unless somebody gets hurt, they don't need your quarterbacks. You're probably gonna have to release them for free, and they're just going to pick them up off waivers. And in our draft, we still got, Baker Mayfield that's still available. So,
which is crazy. I mean, not too crazy.
Out of the quarterbacks we all picked, I can see why he's available. But they don't need to trade with you. It's not looking good for you. And so, even if Cooper Kupp, unless Cooper Kupp would be the first receiver to ever get 2,000 yards, Which honestly, in today's NFL,
It could happen.
it could happen. But if unless he like really does,
But I still got
God's
CD.
work-
I still got CD and Mike Evans.
Right. Well, CD, I believe in. Mike Evans, he'll get his 1,000, but
Well, I also got Stephon.
you do have Stephon Diggs. You do have Stephon Diggs. So now the thing is, all those other than CD, the other two are older and they're getting older. So luckily, I do think the Texans will win
How
the
old is
Super
Cooper
Bowl.
Kupp?
He's 30 or 31.
Okay.
He's an older guy. He should. Here's the thing though. He one of them players like he came into the league at 24, so he was already old by a second contract. Well, 27 by a second contract. He just came into the league late. Anyways, unless these dudes are like doing God's work, you're not gonna win. You're just not at all. So I actually have a chance to win. It's doing.
You know what's the messed up thing is? The people that were auto drafting are like the top 4, I believe.
Yeah, that was bullcrap.
That was so stupid.
Hey man,
I was actually
those people,
trying,
if you-
and I'm in 10th place. That's crazy. I could have been doing something else. I'm over here actually like strategizing, getting mad because some of my picks that people picked, and all these people are all drafted top 4. Insane.
nah, I ain't gonna lie. Like I feel really good about my draft, but I even gotta see if you check the grades. These people who auto drafted, I don't know. They need some type of punishment. There's just if they win, if we put a pot like we put some money in there. I ain't gonna lie. If they win, like something gotta give. We gotta do something. That's you might as well not have played. That's bull crap. Should have played the computer some crap. But my point is, the players I give you would do you more good, or it won't do you that much good. As opposed to me, it's going to legit take me from possibly winning to like being bottom 7. It's gonna do way more harm than me. That's why I'm like, if you're sticking to that bet,
who are your quarterbacks?
My quarterback is Josh Allen.
Oh, you do have Josh Allen.
And I want to say, did I say Jordan Love? I think I got Jordan.
You do
Love.
have Jordan Love, I remember. Yeah, you have Josh Allen
and Jordan Love.
You can use an extra quarterback.
No, I don't need an extra. And if I do need one,
I mean, I want to get Brock. It'll probably be Aaron.
I don't care. I don't want none of them. I don't want none. I'm fine with my quarterbacks. You're going to hurt me way more than I am going to help you. Because even my backup receivers, what I can do for you, because I didn't want him from the jump. It was an accident.
I don't want Amari Cooper.
Bro, literally on accident.
Yeah, I actually still have a sore taste in my mouth from last year's prize pick.
For sure. No, I understand. I'm just saying.
He screwed me at $1,200.
I'm just saying, in week 16, he had 51.5 points, fantasy points. That was the most that week. It was against the Texans. It's unfortunate. But that was the most, which I think we're going to the Super Bowl. That was the most he had that week, that year. That's a lot. He may be able to. It won't get no 50 burger. Like, that was so bad by the Texans team. They should have moved Stingley.
I don't think we weren't trying that game. And clearly that showed after we played them in the playoffs.
And because they didn't travel Stingley. They only had him on one side. We had a backup corner on the other. Got torched the first time he got in. It was a whole debacle. It wasn't great coaching that day. Anyways, he's still a good receiver, and he's the best receiver on the Browns. That's not a bad pickup for you.
I don't want Cooper.
Now, you don't have anything I want, but I'm willing to negotiate and give you Cooper.
No,
that don't even got to be like a part of the Atascocita's Katy bet. That's just something I'm willing to do.
I understand that. But like, I just feel like I need one more good receiver. And I do like Cooper, but if I had to pick, if we're making a bet, I would want Cooper Kupp.
I'm okay with that if you're willing to do the $200 bet.
That's a crazy thing to bet.
You don't want to give that $200. I don't want to lose this fantasy draft. We're both going to be. And then when we play each other, and if Cooper Kupp is doing the reason you even want him, if he does what he's supposed to do, that's going to hurt me. What if I'm number 2 this year? What if what if I'm number 2 and I lost by a couple of points, and those points could have been used from Cooper? I'm going to
You still will profit in the luck.
Furious.
You will still profit.
I will be furious. I'm going to be so mad. And that's a longer lasting bet. Yours is like you out of 200 for one day. You know, you and then you making some good money, you know what I'm saying? So like it's not that bad.
I just can't do that.
So you don't want to do that. Then how about this?
Okay.
Let's come back, reconvene.
Okay.
and it'll have to be off air because we're doing we're gonna try a new format of recording.
Yes.
So it'll be a little new format. So the game would have passed by the time we make this bet.
Correct.
And we can post it what it is. But let's make some new bets and then we'll talk about it. But it won't be on air and we'll just shake on it like that and just let the people know what the terms are. Because I don't want to lose these players. I don't want to lose. It's not these players specific. I don't want to lose fantasy draft.
Correct. Neither do I.
You
I mean, I
lose.
probably am.
You're going. I'm trying to tell you, bro. You have no hope.
But do you seriously think you're gonna win? I need to look at other people's. Who's number one? I need to look at other people's.
I think
rosters.
I have a good chance. That's what I'm saying. Like I'm not saying I'm guaranteed because one dude has Tyreek Hill and Tua Tagovailoa, and Tua's not even his starting quarterback.
Yes, my boy.
So I'm fine with that. Which you remember Trey was like, I wish y'all didn't let him get Tua and Hill. Why didn't you pick Tua? Why didn't you? Because
I feel like he picked Tua like what, not round 9, round 10.
Yeah, like you could have. I chose not to get him.
I also chose. Like I like Tua, but he's not like. I mean, I have 4 quarterbacks, so I probably could have picked him up.
I can see why he's worried about Tua and Hill on the same team, but at the same time, I don't know, bro. I'm not too worried. Especially because he got him at his bench. Like I feel like he's not going to start him every week. Mm-hmm. Anyways, my point is, I'm not saying, at least on paper, I'm not the best, but I do think I have a really strong roster where I can win. I can sneak in and be like a dark horse winner. But if I give out these players for freaking nothing, I might as well just hand my money over and be like, I'm just here for the vibes. I don't want that in my life. But anyways, we can do all that later.
Right. I look at the number one's team. It's pretty solid.
It's solid. It's solid, but it's nothing like I said, any given week, I think I can win or I can have the best team when it comes to total points. In my opinion, I really think I can win. I don't think you can win, and you're hurting. You're doing way more damage for me. It's already kind of solidified that you're not gonna win. So you're doing way more damage for me than it is for you, and I just don't want that in my life. But Maxwell, I have a game for you.
What's good?
Would you like to play?
Yes, sir. I'm down.
We are going to play blind rankings.
Okay.
All right. I'll only do 5. I'm just gonna pick some high school players, regardless of positions, stars, rankings. None of that matters to me. Mm-hmm. It's just where would you blindly put these players? Where would you blindly put your players? I'm sorry.
All right.
Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Let me start not easy. Well, it won't be easy because there's only 5 players. But let me start with the guy we just saw Friday, Cole Allen.
Cole Allen.
Where would you put him 1 through 5?
Oof. I just know you're probably about to put some ballers on here.
You are correct.
I would love to see Cole play against these people, but he is in private school, so the competition is limiting. I'll put him at number 4.
4, okay.
I'm at 4.
I like this. You ready?
Yes, sir.
Carday Mack.
Carmack gotta be a 3.
3. Now, outside of this, and obviously you're blind on rankings, so you didn't know. Correct. But who do you think is a better back, Cole or Carday?
From what I have seen, I'll probably get the edge to Carday.
I'm telling you, bro, that boy gonna be special. At running back, I'm telling you. And don't get me wrong, Cole is Cole has really good hands.
Yes.
For a running back, like when he was a freshman, he was a lot smaller, which is muscle. It's not like he got fatter than me.
Yeah.
I thought he was gonna be like a slot receiver for them. I thought he was.
I thought
he had really good hands. But he still, as the years went on, he still has good hands.
Facts.
So for a running back, like a genuine running back, he has solid hands. But it's not a but. Carday Mack is, if he stays a running back, he will be special, bro. I love the way that he does some unique stuff.
Facts.
Devin Sanchez.
I gotta put him at 1.
1?
I mean, he's at the top of the draft class for a reason.
Right.
Like, draft class, that's it, right?
Recruiting
class. Thank you. Recruiting class for a reason.
Which is true. But yeah, I mean, maybe somebody in your opinion might be a little better. Who knows, man?
I don't know. Like, I think in Houston, he probably is like, maybe not the best, but like one of the best players.
Let's see. His now teammate that he probably goes, his now teammate is funny crazy that he now goes 1-on-1 against in practice. Quanell X Jr.
Oof.
Which
Yes.
while you're thinking, you know how crazy that is to watch them two go one-on-one.
X.
They're first of all, iron sharpens iron. I'll say that, but that's gonna be insane, bro. I wish I could watch some of their practices.
One of the best receivers in the city and one of the best backs in the city.
That's gonna be
on the same
insanity,
team.
bro.
God bless. That's just unfair.
But yeah, so where'd you put them?
It's like the 2016 Warriors. I'll put them at number 2.
Number 2.
And unfortunately, whoever this next player is will have to go at number 5.
And this next player is pretty fair. Dane Jones. So he would have to go number 5.
Yeah, he had to go number 5.
Which, I mean, the man just scored 5. He just scored 3 touchdowns in the season opener. They did their thing. The score was actually closer than I thought, but he did his thing.
Dane Jones is also
Austin
a dog.
Carlisle.
Also,
yeah.
That's
gonna be Rich Point's always. They're always gonna be in the playoffs. They're always gonna make that push. Now they did lose their 2 top receivers.
Yes.
Excuse me. And Ashton Bethel Roman and Mason Dossett.
Yes.
But Dane is a great. Even Dane was still getting a lot of the.
Yeah, Dane was a great
and maybe
weapon.
they were. It could be because they were getting the most attention that he was able to go underneath and make some stuff happen. But regardless, statistically, he had a better year than both of them.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
And he was their leading receiver. So another year, man. Hopefully, some other players stepped up. That's a good team. I love their uniforms. Rich Point has
facts.
Top 5. I can't think right now. Top 5 best uniforms in maybe all of America, but at least for sure in Houston.
Yeah, the only people that make purple look bad is PV. But yeah, purple looks really good on practically anybody.
You're not funny. You're not funny. You're y'all know you know your colors, right?
Yes.
You know Texas Southern's colors.
Yes.
That crap is ugly.
Maroon?
Maroon looks better on other players.
Wow, that's crazy.
Y'all, now I will give you. You're black and maroon. I like that outfit. I like that uniform. It doesn't matter though. Like y'all aren't good, bro. Y'all aren't good. And like I just remember, we're gonna have this recorded.
Right.
I'm gonna keep this. Remember the hype that you had.
Right.
I want Terrence and Mr. James to remember the hype that they had in my face.
And we're keep it going all year and then beat y'all next year.
And Prairie View wins. I'm not even gonna be like, I'm not gonna do no rah-rah. I'm gonna sit down. And I might even bring it out. Actually, I'm gonna bring it up calmly and be like, hey, you saw that PBTSU score? And that's it. I'm not even gonna laugh. I'm not even gonna just remember that. Well, this is recorded. You're gonna remember it.
Yeah, I remember.
You're gonna remember.
I remember when we beat y'all next year as well.
100, 1,000%. We'll see.
This weekend, September 2025, TSU.
I'm just saying.
Beats PV.
I'm just saying. But man, this is fun.
Yes, sir.
I enjoy this. I like this setup.
It's nice.
I like how it,
We just need to get a camera here.
When we get a camera, and you'll be able to see how we work. Now, if we stay in this situation,
right?
I don't know how to put it.
Don't know
per se.
Yeah,
but nonetheless, I like the setup. I like the vibes. I like the energy over here. This is really cool.
Yeah.
And football's back, bro.
Football is back. High school, college, NFL. Come back next week. I feel great.
Finna get back on them prospects. That's for sure.
Yeah, back on them prospects, baby.
Get some money up.
Yes. I should have won some last night.
We need to be sponsored.
Ryan Jackson kind of screwed me. But,
yeah, man.
She missed 10 shots.
What I saw,
she only need one more point. I'm mad about it again now. I can't talk about it.
That was crazy. That was crazy. My brother put a bet. My brother put a bet on the A&M game. A&M and Notre Dame. I don't know. I can't say that dude's last name. Wiseman.
The quarterback?
A&M's quarterback? Yeah, bro. He only needed 1 touchdown on prospects. Only one.
Was it a regular or was it a goblin?
I think regular. I didn't see it. That's what my brother told me. He was just like, God dang it. Like, even when they're losing, 1 touchdown. You just got to, even if y'all are going to lose the game, just throw 1 touchdown. That man didn't throw a touchdown. It was bad. So I don't expect him to be the quarterback the remainder of the year or for sure moving forward. Next year.
I believe he's like a sophomore. I remember watching the game. I was just like, cause I think I put a bet for him too. I think I just put like for completions and he did not hit that. I was like, wow,
it wasn't great.
That was a miss. I should have done that.
In his defense, and I don't think they had a great game either, but Notre Dame is always a pretty stiff team.
Facts.
So I'll give him that. But anyways, what I saw, like, you could see the potential. I didn't see nothing. So, whew, boy, good luck to that guy. Good luck to A&M in general.
Factual segment.
The better school is a little closer to Houston. You know what I'm saying? Even though we lost to TSU, but it's okay. It's okay. I'll put it like this. This is how I'm gonna sum this up before I wrap up this podcast today.
Go.
when TSU beats PV, people are like, okay, we can do something this year, right? Like y'all are feeling yourselves. When we lose to TSU, it's like the world is ending. That's how bad you are. Okay,
it happens.
You feel me out. So now it's
It
like
happens.
this season's over. Throw everybody away. We're not gonna win a game because we lost to TSU. You see how the magnitude, you see the level where it's like, because y'all beat us, y'all are like, oh yeah, we can do it,
and we're gonna keep on doing it.
and you wouldn't have that confidence if you didn't beat PV. But because we lost, it's like, you see what I'm saying? You see the level
I'm
of like
selling a
credibility.
lot of like copium over there. That's what
Nah,
kids say
bro.
nowadays.
You said copium. All I'm saying is, yeah, it's a fluke win. Y'all aren't a good team.
Whatever.
But-
Speaking of, I was about to mention something else before we got off the topic of the Texas A&M and Notre Dame game. I was looking forward to watching that game because Micah Bell, you remember him?
Yes, sir.
Yes, I was hoping to like watch him play, but then I had to look it up. He transferred to Vanderbilt.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. Wowzers, I didn't know that.
Yeah, me either. I was he's a sophomore now. I'm like, maybe I see him start, but nope, he's at Vanderbilt.
Still at DB though. Correct?
Yeah, I believe. Yeah, yeah.
Cool. I mean, he'll probably get some PT. Not this year, but he'll probably get some PT next
I
year.
wonder if I wonder if Ashton Porter will get some PT this year at Oregon.
I think like in a blowout situation.
You think so? Even at sophomore?
Yeah. I think so. They have a pretty stiff team.
They do got stiff team.
They have a pretty and don't get wrong, I can see a couple blowouts this year. Like I can see 2 or 3 solid games of him playing like a good chunk of the fourth quarter, third and fourth quarter. But just rotating in, being the next man or the third man up, if somebody's tired of getting hurt, I don't see it right now. There's no knock on him. Again, that defense is stiff. That D-line has some players who are probably going to the league, the NFL. So
I wonder if any of our other first year seniors during the first season will get some PT this season.
and this will be the time.
This will be the time.
Unless they red-shirted or unless they red-shirted or currently red-shirting, this will be the time. They'll
This will
start getting
definitely be
some
the
PT.
time.
So I'm excited to see it. I hope some of them players we had last year. I hope they step in and make some plays.
Not facts. That would be
That'd be
clutch.
clutch, bro. This is cool. It's cool. Maxwell, do you have anything else to say?
Nope. But like Terrell said, we're trying out a different format. We're probably gonna be doing bi-weekly so we can get episodes better and better quality to y'all.
Better quality, better sound, better everything. It's better,
Yep.
New year, better year.
Yes, sir. So
Same
bi-weekly.
dynamic duo.
Same dynamic duo.
And that won't change.
Yep.
But
TSU's better, and I'm gonna win my bet next week. But anyways,
then bet the 200. If you're so confident, bet 200. If you're confident, bet the 200. Come on. If you're confident,
we're gonna
bet that
finalize.
200.
We're gonna finalize the bet on their day.
And we'll post it to you. I'm just saying, if you're so confident, and TSU too, if you're so confident, bet that 200. What do you have to lose? You're gonna win. You're gonna get your points. All right. As I was saying, everybody stay beautiful, be blessed, and please don't forget to level up. You can't see us, but we're holding the L's up.
We're doing the logo.
Yeah.